I've watched a ton of Mortal Kombat 1 gameplay footage that people have posted yesterday and today, and I wanted to make a video talking about all the gameplay mechanics that I noticed in that footage, because there is a lot we can learn. You know, I made a video talking about the gameplay reveal trailer on Thursday, but I don't think the trailer really did justice to the game, because the gameplay footage that people have been posted looks way more amazing than anything we saw in the gameplay trailer, which is insane. But first, let's look at the daily meme. This person posted a screenshot of Johnny Cage just before Fatality, I believe, and they said, "I swear I did not edit this at all. I see where those 100 gigabytes files are going now." Which they're talking about Johnny's badonk, which is amazing, but please, I wish they would do this for the women as well. Give them badonks. Tired of this itty bitty titty committee. Alright, so there's about 21 gameplay things that I want to get through, so let's get started. First, if you'll notice, there is a delayed wake up. You'll see this when a character gets knocked down. There'll be a little pop-up with an arrow saying delay. So I believe this is a delayed wake up. So I guess it's to prevent from being meaty or some oaky setups. So that's cool. It's something that is coming back from Mortal Kombat 11. We also have flawless blocks coming back from MK11. It seems to prevent chip damage as well. So it looks very similar mechanic wise. And of course you have the usual punishes, counter, and the first hit bonus from Mortal Kombat 9 I believe is also coming back. Next thing that a few creators talked about, like Sonic, Fox, and Super, there is a new mechanic called up block, so you can actually perfectly block jump-ins, and then that gives you the opportunity to punish the opponent. So it will stop people from spamming jump-ins because they were really good. In MK11, if you play that game, you know you get like jump and grab, jump and combo. You could literally not get punished for this. It's going to be a sort of anti-air without being an anti-air. And I'm really excited to try out and see this mechanic in action. Next is there are actually air combos for every character. The inputs for those are always up and forward, and then whatever combo string comes after this. So I'm guessing it'll be like regular combo strings. You'll have a couple hits, an ender, a hard knockdown, a pop-up, and so on and so forth. And if you will notice in the gameplay, cameo combo breakers actually uses all three of your meter bars, which is pretty insane, but I think it's good because it does stop a combo. But I really love combo breakers because you won't be able to punish someone when you get out of a combo, which was pretty stupid back in MK11. So it costing 3 bars makes a lot of sense. Now, talking about cameos, there's a few things I also want to discuss apart from the combo breakers. Cameos have a time meter, depending on what you do, so that meter bar is above the health bar, and I personally think it is tied to time of them recovering out of the action you may have just used them to do. Just like Ed Boon mentioned in his interview and in the gameplay trailer reveal, he said that you can use them in combos, but there is a limit. You can't just spam them, right? And we saw in the gameplay trailer that you can use to assist in one combo. So I believe that every specific action a cameo assist has a different time. So basically the recovery of that specific assist type, which will dictate how soon you can reuse them. Cameos also have projectiles. It seems a bounce, like to continue a combo. They have a breaker, as I just mentioned, and they have a throw. So characters in this game have their own throws, you know, back and forward, but you can also use your cameos to throw, and it doesn't look like it uses a cameo meter, but at the same time you can't really throw out an assist if your cameo is still in the throw animation. And lastly, about cameos, they also have a classic fatal. So you know, in my previous video I was talking about how maybe Kano is confirmed to be base roster because he had a fatal, but I was wrong because apparently all the cameos have a fatal. That's really cool as well. It's like half of an assist game without really being an assist game, but actually I really think the mechanics we saw so far when it comes to the cameos is really, really cool. The next thing I want to talk about is actually pretty sad. teabags now become taunts because after 4 teabag, your character will go into a taunt. So if you want to teabag your opponent, you'll have to time 3 teabags at a time with a break in between, which I'm sure people would get really good at before they even learn combos. But that's pretty funny that they did that. And honestly, a teabag into taunt is pretty cool anyways. The other thing that I noticed from the footage is that they are armored moves, and the fatal blows have armor, which makes sense because you're like wasting a big comeback resource. So it would be pretty weird for it to not have armor. I just hope that it's easily punishable on block, because that was also a big problem with MK11. A lot of the fatal blows would push the opponent on block and you weren't able to punish them properly. The next thing are variations. There are none. Thank God. Oh my gosh, I was so freaking tired of variations. They've been around since MKX and I just could not deal. That is why I love playing Injustice 2 more than MK11, because the characters, even though you could add some movesets, you know, when you weren't playing online, they still felt like full finished characters. But variation system in MK11, it took away a lot from the gameplay and from the characters themselves, because it didn't feel like you were playing a complete character. It just, everything felt as if you were missing something, you know? So I'm really glad that variations are not coming back this time around. Apart from fatalities, which were a given, brutalities are coming back. So far from the footage, we have seen down to brutals, which are really cool. I mean, they're not the best. I think the best brutal really come from like combo enders, or you end a combo into a special move that has the brutal. I think those are personally the best, but it's cool to see brutalities come back, and I really hope we're going to see stage fatalities as well. Now, I noticed during the gameplay that sometimes the character would glow red, and it took me a while to figure it out. I had to watch a lot of footage and play it back a couple times, but I noticed that your character will glow red when they are hit out of a cameo assist, which also cancels the cameo, and you'll see actually the cameo character get hit as well as your character. So when the character glows red, it signals that you actually stopped their cameo assist. That's really cool. And talking about the glow, meter burn is actually a white glow on characters. So in my previous video I said that your character didn't glow from what I could see in the gameplay trailer, but actually from the footage that we've been seeing the past couple days, your character will actually glow white when you meter burn a move. A really neat feature that people have noticed and been posting about on Twitter is that if there are NPCs on a stage, they will react to the fight. In the tweet that I saw specifically, it was in the tea house, I believe it's called, and the girl was just like pushing her chair back like, hell nah, I do not want to be near this fight right now. And it's pretty funny. I think that's really cool. Something that might make people really sad, and that has been confirmed by Ed Boon himself, is that there is actually no crypt in Mortal Kombat 1. This will be very weird, I guess, but if this new system is something like a conquest mode, then I will not care at all, because that would be amazing. If you have to unlock stuff via this like open world thing, that would be freaking amazing, especially if you can explore it, explore all the realms, like it was in Mortal Kombat Deception, I think. Oh, apparently it was in Deadly Alliance and Armageddon as well. I don't remember that at all, dude. Next, we saw one of the game modes specifically, which was the classic towers. So you can play against the AI, but I think it was pretty much a given for that to come back in the game. And the last two things I want to mention is how many characters will be on the base roster and base cameos. So we know there will be 24 base roster characters in this game. We already know Kitana, Melina, Sub-Zero, Scorpion, Liu Kang, Raiden, Kung Lao, Kenshi, Johnny Cage, and Shang Tsung for now. There will be 16 base cameo fighters, and so far we know of Kano, Jax, Sonya, Johnny, Sub-Zero, Stryker, Goro, and Kung Lao. That's pretty funny because we know Johnny was advertised or quote-unquote leaked on Amazon as a Combat Pack 1 cameo fighter, but they didn't show him in the gameplay trailer, so obviously he won't be included in this 16 base cameo, but I just wanted to point out that if the leak is correct, then he is in as a cameo fighter. So those are all the gameplay mechanics that I noticed for Mortal Kombat 1. Let me know what I missed in the comments down below. And as always, have yourself a wonderful day, and I'll see you all very soon.